Hello, my people, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this is part 2 to What If Naruto Was Betrayed slash Neglected. And in this one, I will be doing the Tazuna mission and, yes, maybe, a little bit of the Chunin exams. I'll do the written exams and the Forest of Death, and that's pretty much it. So I'm sorry for not posting for about 3 weeks because to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. I was just hella lazy. I just didn't care. Anyway, shall we begin? So after Naruto and Yuki, hold up. Was it Yuki? Hold up. Lakase. After Yuki and Naruto moved in, they have gotten closer over the time. They have not done it yet. Anyway, since they've gotten closer, eventually they begin to talk to each other, but during school, Yuki pretends to not really talk to Naruto. Everybody kind of believes it because no one really talks to Naruto at all. So, yeah. And finally, the graduation exams. During the graduation exams, Naruto, he's an Otsutsuki, but he doesn't like to show his power. So, yeah, Naruto, during the exams, they tell him to make a clone. He does. Wait, did I already? Naruto does. He makes one shadow clone because he doesn't want to show. He makes three. He makes three shadow clones since he doesn't want to show off too much. They're still surprised, but they don't care because Mema and Mito can make like five shadow clones at once. So yeah. Anyway, what's it called? The team assignments. No, I already did the team assignments as well. Anyway, you know the team assignments. So, the first time meeting Kakashi comes in. No one really pulls a prank. Well, Menma pulls a prank on Kakashi. Kakashi calls them boring. He tells them all to meet him at the roof. Naruto grabs Yuki and body flickers to the roof. They don't notice that they're gone until they're climbing the stairs and Menma and Sasuke try to talk to Yuki, but she isn't there. So they go to the roof and they see Naruto and Yuki talking to each other. And Menma asks, "Why are you talking to that demon's brat?" And Yuki said, "He's not that bad, you know." And Menma said, "Yes, he is. He's the one that destroyed the village." And Yuki said, interesting. So then the introductions started. Since the Uchiha clan never got massacred in this one, Sasuke, he's not as emo. He acts emo so it can seem cool, but he's not very emo. To be honest, Sasuke's dream changed. I mean, he says that he loves a lot of things, especially to train with Menma and Mito, and he also loves Yuki, and he said that he hates Naruto because everybody hates Naruto, remember, even Kakashi in this one. I know the Kakashi fans, you're gonna hate me for this, but yeah, Kakashi does hate Naruto. Not as much as everybody else, but he hates Naruto. He doesn't hate Naruto, he just doesn't talk to him. He ignores Naruto, like he's not there at all. So yeah. Anyway, after they talk, Menma and Mito wants to be the first female Hokage, and she hates Naruto. She likes Sasuke, and Menma. His dream is to become the strongest Hokage. Basically, whatever Naruto said. Mema and Mito have whatever Naruto said, except Mito said first female Hokage. So yeah. And they both hate Naruto. Naruto, uh, no, Yuki first. Yuki said that she loves a special someone, but she doesn't like do what Sakura did and look at the person. So Mema and Sasuke think that it's them, but it's not. Anyway, then she says that she hates think she hates people who are annoying. Everybody thinks it's Naruto except for Kakashi. Kakashi doesn't care, and her dream is to become strong, even though she's already strong, stronger than she already is. And then Naruto's turn. Naruto said that Naruto's gonna act. He says that he likes ramen. He likes a special someone acting like Sakura. Acting, not actual Naruto. He acts like Sakura and looks at Yuki, which a lot of people notice. Not Kakashi, because again, he don't care. Really, I'm hating on Kakashi for no reason. He's a good guy. Anyway, Naruto said that he doesn't hate a lot of things, and his dream is to become Hokage. So yeah, well, what's his face? Dang, how did I forget Kakashi's name? Kakashi tells them to meet him at Training Ground 7 tomorrow, and not tell. He also told them not to eat. Of course, everybody except for Yuki and Naruto did not eat. And then Naruto and Yuki came, because they know that Kakashi's gonna be late. They came about 30 minutes before Kakashi did. And no one really yelled at Yuki, but they yelled at Naruto, telling him that he made Yuki late. So, yeah. And about 30 minutes later, they're all hungry except for Naruto and Yuki. They're actually just ready to fight Kakashi. And when Kakashi comes, he sees that Naruto and Yuki aren't hungry. He doesn't pay much attention because he really only has to train Sasuke, Menma, and Mito. So yeah. And then Kakashi said that the training exercises, you have to get these bells from my hands. Sakura says that there's only 3, and Kakashi says, yeah, 3 of you will be going back to the academy. Sasuke, no, there's 4 bells. He said, yeah, one of you guys will be going back to the academy. I mean, 2. Dang it, I'm really messed up on this. 2 of you guys are going back to the academy. Sasuke, Menma, and Mito think it's going to be Naruto and Sakura. So yeah, the exercise begins and everybody hides, including Naruto. So Naruto and Yuki meet up. They try to convince the other 2 to work with them, but they try to convince the others to work with them, but they eventually try to convince only Yuki to work with them. So Naruto just leaves. Yuki says that she'll work with Naruto. They say, okay, whatever, we'll just give you the bells at the end. And she says, okay, sure. Yuki meets up with Naruto, and they talk strategy about how they're gonna get the bells, even though they can easily do it. They're gonna be holding back, so yeah. So whenever they figure out the plan, Naruto rushes out first, being a distraction to fight Kakashi. He fights Kakashi away. Mid Chunin would fight Kakashi. So yeah, Kakashi's a little bit surprised, but he just fights Naruto off, and then Yuki comes out of nowhere, out of under the ground, and grabs the bells. And then Kakashi tried to take them back by knocking Yuki out, but then she puffed into smoke, and then a log fell down, and the bells weren't with the bells were not with the log. Actually, she took two rocks, tied them to a string, and transformed them into bells. And then at the end, the timer ran out, and then Kakashi said, "You all fail." Planning to pass. In his head, he was only planning to pass Menma, Sasuke, Mito, and Yuki. Because Menma, Sasuke, Yuki, and Naruto Sakura didn't do much. Since Menma and Sasuke came out trying to fight. Menma, Sasuke, and Mito came out trying to fight Kakashi 3v1. But didn't work. So then Naruto and Yuki said, "What do you mean?" And then they pulled out two bells each, two for Naruto, two for Yuki. And then Kakashi looked down at his bells and saw them poof into rocks, pebbles, whatever. And once that happened, Kakashi was extremely interested. He stopped only focusing on those three and started focusing a little bit more on Naruto and Yuki. So yeah. Anyway, after that, Naruto and Yuki gave their bells to the other four. Kakashi said that they all passed. Meet them here tomorrow for their first D rank mission. And then a month after that, because I'm doing this fast, because I have something planned for the Forest of Death, and I really want to get it into this video. So during the 1 month of D rank missions, Mema, Mito, and Sasuke all got tired of it and asked for a higher mission because they're wasting their skills. They still get the Tazuna mission, and yeah. So whenever they're leaving, Kakashi still ends up. I think he was late in the original. I don't really remember much about Naruto, to be honest. So yeah, I think Kakashi was late in the original. So yeah, hold up for a second. Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. All right. Anyway, so like I said, they started the mission. The Chunin brothers come out. Not the same. The same thing did not happen in this one. Since they came out, Naruto and Yuki took one each, knocking them both out. Naruto tied them up to a tree and used a seal which suppressed their chakra to the point where they can. I'm pretty sure chakra is life force, so if you take away all chakra, they die. So he suppressed the chakra to the point where they can speak and move their body, but they can't use any jutsu or stuff like that. So after he tied them up, he waited for them to wake up. Once they did, he asked them questions about why were they attacking Tazuna. They still said that it was under Gato's orders. So yeah. Anyway, since they said that it was so under Gato's orders, since they said that was under Gato's orders, Naruto didn't give much care, cut both of their heads off, and sealed them in the scroll because he was gonna collect the bounty later. And then, so after they asked the questions, they were all leaving. So they turned around. They thought that Naruto would just leave him tied to the pole, or something like that. And once they all left, Naruto came back, cut off their heads, put them in a scroll, and left again. So, yeah. Now, time for when Zabuza attacks. Zabuza. So, the same thing still happens. Uh, Except Memma throws a kunai towards the white rabbit, and Naruto explains why Memma was correct to do so. Memma felt a little bit of a confidence boost, but still called Naruto demon because that's how he is in my what if. So yeah. Anyway, Zabuza still tries to cut off all their heads in one swoop by throwing the sword. They all duck. Blah blah blah. Now Kakashi versus Zabuza. Kakashi still slips up and gets trapped, but this time it's Yuki and Naruto who make a plan, and Naruto turns well. Yeah, Naruto turns into the Demon Wind Shuriken. Yuki throws him. Same thing still happens, except whenever Naruto turned back into when Naruto turned back into his self, Zabuza like threw a kunai towards him, and he poofed, meaning that it was actually just the shadow clone the entire time. And Naruto came out of the water, grabbing Zabuza's legs and pulling him down, meaning that he also took Zabuza's hand out of the water prison, allowing Kakashi free, which Kakashi still nearly killed Zabuza until Haku came in and saved his ass. And Kakashi in this one, I mean, maybe, yes. Kakashi uses he still uses his Sharingan and passes out. He still has to rest, but let's say it doesn't take as long for him to rest because in the anime he was using his Sharingan while still inside the water prison, but once he was inside the water prison, he actually just closed his eye in this one because he knew that like one of them would try to help him at some point because they're all talented. Almost all of them, but okay. Anyway, dang, I cannot speak that loud, can I? So, after Kakashi was resting, he still came out, tried to teach them tree walking, but Naruto got it right away. Unlike Menma and Mito, who had to take their time because the Ninetales was disrupting the chakra, making it hard for them to do it. Sasuke still had his own same problem. Sakura still did it. Yuki did it. Naruto, just so he could act weak, he took like 3 tries before he was able to do it, which surprised Menma and Mito and Sasuke, but they didn't care much. They thought that, oh, it's probably because we have the chakra of the Ninetales, and it's probably like trying to stop us. Maybe that's why, and he's just lucky. So yeah, it still takes the same amount of time for Menma, Mito, and Sasuke as it did in the original with Naruto and Sasuke. So yeah, once they go to the bridge for Tazuna to like finish building the bridge, Zabuza still comes in and claims that he's gonna like fight Kakashi while Haku take care of Sasuke. But this time Haku's gonna be taking care of Sasuke, Menma, and Mito because I'm pretty sure she'll be able to take care of 3 people if she was able to like nearly kill Sasuke and knock Naruto down. Even though Naruto like had the Ninetales chakra, he couldn't like he was about to pass out, to be honest. Anyway, Naku takes care of those 3, still doing the same thing about like nearly killing Sasuke. Menma Mito, well, Menma, yeah, no. Mito's protecting Tazuna, and Menma's the one that like goes Ninetales rage mode, and yeah. And wait, no. Let's say that Memma never went Ninetales Rage mode. Naruto had to come in, and when Memma was about to get hit with the Sunbound Needle, Naruto came in and like caught them with his hand before he used wind bullet to like break the mirrors, but he was and then he was able to like throw Menma and Sasuke out of the mirrors before they closed, and then used he used substitution jutsu to get out of there, since he knows that, yes. And he substituted with apparently he substituted uh with this log that he technically like left outside of the mirrors before he came in. So yeah, he used substitution jutsu to like change places with that log, and then he used fire style giant fire style breath of the dragon, which melted off Haku's ice, also knocking her out because of the heat. And Haku still told Naruto to kill him, not her. Dang. Haku still told Naruto to kill him. Naruto said no. Haku jumped in front of Kakashi's Chidori, getting killed. And Zabuza still went on that rage mode and killed Gato's men. He didn't have enough energy to kill he only killed half of Gato's men. Naruto came in and killed the other half, and then he beat up Gato, cut off both of his arms, and then not both of his legs, just only the arms, and then threw him to the villagers of the wave, which they killed him, like stabbed him, and then threw him off the bridge, killing him. So yeah. After that, after that whole incident, Naruto, they called the bridge the Great Naruto Bridge, making Menma and Sasuke jealous, while Mito was just happy that Sasuke was still alive. Same with Sakura. And so, yeah, they go back to the village, and Menma, Mito, Kakashi. Well, yeah, Menma, Mito, Kakashi. Basically, the entire team go to Hokage office, report the mission successful. Then Menma, Mito, Sasuke, and Kakashi stay. Kakashi's eventually like finished reporting the mission and left, uh, and then Menma, Mito, and Sasuke. I'm really saying those names a lot. The other three just told Minato about how Naruto used a weird jutsu which was able to melt ice that could regenerate after a fireball jutsu, or a fireball jutsu wouldn't affect it. Minato was interested, but he only thought that it was a fluke or a mistake that Naruto was able to learn it, and thought that after the Chunin exams, they would like go meet the Toad Sage, and he would tell Men and Mito that they're the children of prophecy, and maybe like Sasuke would help them or something. Anyway, after that, Naruto still built that relationship with Konohamaru. So yeah, because since he acts silly, but whenever he's in the fight, he's serious. But other than that, he acts silly a lot. So yeah, so whenever he sees Kankuro holding Konohamaru, he tells Kankuro to let him go. Kankuro said, "What are you gonna do about it?" Naruto came out of nowhere. He body flickered behind Kankuro and like hit him in the back of the head. No. Yeah, hit him in the back of the head, which surprised him, so he let go of Konohamaru. And Konohamaru said, "Thank you, big bro Naruto," and left because he did not want to stay much longer. Naruto explained to him that that was the third Hokage's son. Konohamaru said, "That brat," and Tamaru said, "Yeah, I told you that it wasn't a good idea to mess with him." To be honest, yeah, never mind. Gaara still appeared in that tree, scaring Kankuro and Tamari. And then Gaara looked at Naruto and asked for his name. Naruto said, "I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Better believe it." Since he still acts like a child, I'm not doing that voice because I don't got time for that. I don't got energy to be expelling on that. But I do have energy to expel on what I'm saying right now. Anyway, so yeah, after a while of that happening, what's his face? What's his? Yeah, Gara tells them that they're gonna leave, and then Kakashi still calls that meeting thing and tells them about the Chunin exams. He also says that their team will be split in three. It'll be Menma, Mito, and Sasuke. Then there'll also be Sakura, Naruto, and Yuki on the teams. So yeah. Anyway, after that, They went and signed up for the Chunin exams. Naruto trained with Yuki for that week. So yeah. Now, whenever they're walking to the Chunin exams, uh, this will be different since Naruto is more hated in this version. All the Leaf Ninjas would like stare at him with hatred in their eyes, but the other ninjas would just look at him as like he was a weakling, except for Gaara's team, the Sand Shinobi. So yeah, and then once they get through to the Genjutsu, Naruto he breaks it for himself and Yuki, leaving Sakura behind to like figure it out herself. But she eventually figures it out and then walks into the correct room. So yeah. Anyway, they still take the test, and Naruto in this one he paid attention more to what Ibiki said, and he thought about it and said, "You all start off at 100, but if you fail, you lose your points." So he just left. He just wrote his name and left the rest of the paper blank. So yeah. Oh yeah, legally he changed his name to Naruto Otsutsuki like during that week of training with Yuki. He changed his name to Naruto Otsutsuki. No one really knew why, but they didn't care either. So yeah. Now, whenever Ibiki was said pencils down and did the 10th question, the same people left. Naruto didn't do that speech. Uh it would have been some random person that stayed. Don't matter. Naruto would have never done the speech though. So it would have been some random person that stayed. Also meaning that uh also meaning that some also meaning that there might be less people that stayed, but it don't matter. So yeah. Now, forced of death. Uncle still crashes through the window. And everybody looks a little bit surprised. They go out. Uncle starts explaining about the force of death. Naruto isn't paying attention like in the original, and Uncle throws a kunai. And instead of it like cutting Naruto's cheek, Naruto caught it, and then he put it in. He threw it back. He threw it back. No, he didn't. He caught the kunai, and then he put it in his pouch, saying, "Thanks for the extra kunai." She looked at him and said, "Oh, so you were paying attention." Anyway, so yeah. After that, Naruto and his team went to the Forest of Death. So did Memnon and his team. And the Rookie 10 asked for their skulls. Like, yeah, the Rookie 10 like came after Naruto and his team, asking for their scrolls and telling and no, they didn't. Yes, they asked for the scrolls because like they didn't want to. They really wanted to hurt Naruto, but like they didn't want to waste their powers on such a freak, as they would say. So yeah, they just asked for his scrolls, and he can leave or live quietly and peacefully. But if he didn't give them his scroll, he would have to they would have to take it from him forcefully. Naruto, so that come and take it from me forcefully. It won't matter. So they all charged in Naruto, and Naruto, hmm, he used his chakra presence, and like he manipulated it to the point where only the rookie 13, yeah, to the point where only the rookie 13 passed out. I'm pretty sure Sakura's part of the rookie 13, Konoha 13, whatever. Yeah, Konoha 13. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So yeah, Sakura passed out to Naruto. Grabbed the scrolls that he needed, like he grabbed all of them, and Yuki told him not to be greedy. Naruto said fine. He took one scroll, laid it down in like the middle of them, expecting them to like fight over it, and then he went to the tower, unsealed the scroll. Then there was like Kakashi, Kushina, and then some random ninjas like Asuma and Kurenai and Anko. So yeah, they all came out of those scrolls. They asked why Naruto had so many scrolls. He said, "Oh, I just took them." And then Kushina got pretty mad, tried to use her chains on him, but Naruto just body flickered out of there. Like he left Sakura with them, and then body flickered out of there. And during this time, whenever they woke up, they found the scroll and they actually fought each other for it. Like eventually, yes, Menma's team won, and and the rest of them had to like grab their own scrolls, which they did find, but hated to fight. Hated fighting like people who were either nearly as strong as them, or stronger. So yeah. So yeah, whenever Sasuke, Mama, and Mito were like leaving to the tower, Orochimaru came out of nowhere and still attacked, but this time he didn't give Sasuke the curse mark, because Naruto, he went back to the forest and found them fighting Orochimaru, and since he's acting in a way, he went back into his battle mode. Well, his funny battle mode, I guess. And he was like making fun of Orochimaru, calling him a giant snake or a pedophile for looking for Sasuke's body. And Orochimaru like kind of got pissed at him. So Orochimaru like tried to fight him. He was losing miserably. Like Naruto, it looked like it was basically looking like you're trying. Hold up, let me show you what it would look like, to be honest. Anyway, it was kind of like this. So yeah, it was basically just like that the entire time. So Naruto was like his hands were in his pockets, like just kicking Orochimaru around, like he was some sort of, I don't know, soccer ball. So yeah, after that, Orochimaru like spit himself out, thinking that he could give Naruto the curse mark, but Naruto just like straight up cleaved off Orochimaru's head. Nah, he chopped his head right off of it. Like he, like Orochimaru, he spit himself out, yes, but like after he tried to like bite Naruto, giving him the curse mark, Naruto blocked, sending his head back to his body, and then Naruto used some sort of like god speed to rush in and cut off his head, slicing it right off of his shoulder. So yeah, and after that, Naruto would have went back to the tower. No, he would have went back home because he already submitted his scrolls. And then Menman, Mito, Sasuke, they left while Naruto was fighting Orochimaru because they thought like he would die during the fight, so they just left him there. But then once Naruto went back home, and then they would like eventually come back to the arena place for the preliminaries. They would be shocked to see Naruto. So I'm gonna leave it off here, And I hope you guys have a wonderful night, evening, whatever. And goodbye. Also, just wanted to remind you. Please at least like the video. I don't care if you subscribe, just like the video. So yeah.